What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameFreak. I'm going to apologize in advance for the audio because I am using a little portable mic here. Not the best sound, but it's the only way that I could actually do this video. So sorry about that. Just bear with me, if you will. Today I want to talk about kind of the repercussions of game hunting. You know, game hunting's a lot of fun. I love doing it. I had a lot of fun going to that Tour Gaming Expo and buying more stuff. But the problem with that is sometimes people just don't think ahead, and I was one of them. And that is thinking ahead of where the hell am I going to put all this stuff? And it's not like I came home with a shit ton of stuff from Torg or anything. But I do have a habit on weekends where I'll go out game hunting, pick stuff up, and as you can see, you know, I'm running out of space on my shelves in here. I don't really have too much room left, and yet I still have tons of projects that I want to do, which obviously I'm not going to be able to put in here. So I got to figure something out. But my main thing was I wanted to make this video and see if anyone else has that problem. Maybe they just start collecting and going overboard on things, and then they just run out of room. So I want to show you my little problem. This isn't me bragging about what I have, so I don't want anyone to think anything like that. You got to understand, I've been gaming since 1981, so I am going to have quite a bit of stuff, but at the same time, I've seen plenty of other YouTubers that, you know, are a lot younger than me. You know, I'm going to be 48 next month, and there's people in their 20s that, you know, they have like 10,000 physical copy games and stuff. I'm not even near that. So I mean, if you want to add on all the emulation games I have, then shit, man, I have over 100,000. But that's not what this is about. You know, this is about buying physical media, and then, hey man, where the hell am I going to put this stuff? So let me show you what I had to do. I had to do a little bit of rearranging in here in the game room so I could fit everything, but it looks like I am going to have to build some stuff to make shit do in here. You know, there's so much stuff that I have piled on each other, and I don't want that. I'm gonna have to make like another smaller shelving system to get things situated. You'll see what I mean when I give you the little tour here. So let's check this out. Okay, so I am going to give you a quick little tour here and then show you the problems that I'm getting into. This is where I do all my videos. This is where I'm sitting, make my videos. You can't even really see my camera over there, but where the hell is that? There it is. But that's where my lighting and everything is, which is why, you know, not real good in here because this is a dark room. So that's why my lighting isn't good. I am going to invest in some better lighting. Got some of my boxes up here. And then, you know, I have some shelving to do for these. I ended up putting my handhelds in some plastic cases and everything. Keep the dust and everything off them. And then, of course, like my cheaper ones, I did not put, like, I shouldn't say cheap, but the ones that don't really need to be in plastic or acrylic, I just set up there, which really not a big deal. But right now, this thing is sitting on a little table, and I am going to have to put some shelves on the wall so I can just set them up because that looks pretty damn tacky. But over here I had to do a little bit of remodeling also. This is where I play a majority of my games is on this TV. This isn't like real big or anything. I think it's like a 55, but this is where I have my PS5, I have my PS1, I have the OG Xbox here, which I don't even play Xbox. This is actually a modded Xbox where I pretty much have every Nintendo Super Nintendo, N64, I believe all the Sega Genesis, all the Sega CD, and Sega 32X, I think. I have quite a few on here, but again, I don't play it much because I can't stand Xbox controllers. And then underneath here, I got the rest of my PlayStations where I have my PS4. Can't see because it's real dark in here. PS2, my PS3, and then under here I have a Wii, but that's not going to be there for long because I do have a project that I'm going to use my Wii for. I have my original Nintendo, which I don't use much because I'll get to that in a second, and my Sega Genesis. And then what I had to do is, see, this PS3 here was up here on this shelf with my Super Retrocade, but it was just a bit too big, so I took that off, put it in with the other PlayStation so it would be a home, and I ended up putting the Atari Game Station up here. And as you can see, I got some screens up here. Again, I'm not done building stuff in here because this is all going to be framed in, and then my Super Retrocade is over here. All that's going to be all framed in, and it's going to have that nice purple glow behind it, so everything should look pretty cool. And then of course, I got like my Mario canvases, my PlayStation canvases, pretty cool lights that I picked up, and then my Donkey Kong scene I built a little while ago. But then over here is where I start running into problems. I got a bunch of stuff hanging here, but now I have games stacked on top of games. I don't like that. I want to be able to, showcase them right in my. I shouldn't even say showcase because I do play all of these. So I just want them more organized, and this looks a little bit sloppy to me. In fact, I got some games stacked on top of some of my horror movies and stuff, and I'm just not liking that. And I got, my box sets and stuff. My Miss Pac-Man countercade, some Nintendo and Sega games, more Genesis games there, some evercade stuff, the Data East little system that I will never play again. It's just awful. And then, come over here. Oh yeah, and I got my PlayStation rug and stuff. But come over here and then got my FreeCade. Now I had to do a little bit with the FreeCade. I don't have lights on the marquee. Turn them on for you, but I didn't. But anyway, with the FreeCade, even though I do have a game stick connected to this, so I can play an additional like 40,000 games. Mainly I use my VSR in here. That's the reason I built this thing. But if I ever want to play anything else that I don't have on the evercade, I can use that game stick. But I also had to hook something else up, because if you remember in my previous video, or not previous, but when I went to the Torg Gaming Expo, I ended up getting a Nintendo GameCube, and as of right now, I did not have a place to put it. I'll probably have a better place to put it after I start my Nintendo Wii project, which I can't wait to do. That should be pretty cool. But right now I have my N6 or GameCube hooked up to the FreeCade. It's actually sitting over here next to my Marvel superhero countertop, which is right next to my 8-bit arcade. I think somebody was watching before and thought that my NES Advantage was powering my FreeCade. No, using on my FreeCade. I don't use this on the FreeCade. This is my 8-bit arcade. This is what I use the NES Advantage on. This is all mounted in. In fact, if you were wondering, the FreeCade actually has this Mayflash F300 which I put some Sanwa buttons in and a different topper on it. Even though the buttons that came with it are absolutely fine. But yeah, see, it's just starting to get a little bit cluttered, and I'm not liking it. So this is probably the cleanest spot right here, right where I do my work, but it has to be. And speaking of projects, down here I have some pedals and a steering wheel. And that's another project that I'm going to be dipping into. So let's talk about all these projects that I have coming up. Okay, so I want to talk about these projects that I have. Obviously, I am going to have to build some shelves in here. And what I want to know from my subscribers, if you guys would be interested in maybe me making a video of me building these shelves. Maybe that's not interesting to you, like gaming shelves. I mean, that's up to you. Let me know in the comment section. The other two you might be interested in. The other one that I just mentioned about the steering wheel and pedals, I ended up going and getting like Gran Turismo 7 for the PS4. And I figured, you know what? I already have a PS5. I can play all my PS4 games on the PS5. So why not utilize this PS4 for something? So what I was thinking was I want to build like a enclosed arcade, and I do have a spare TV over here. I bought the what is that, a 47-inch TV from Facebook Marketplace, and I kind of want to make like an enclosure. I was going to do it in the shape of a car, but I was like, hey, you know what, I really don't need that, but I want it to feel like you're in a car. So it could be like a phone booth, but a little bit wider so you can sit down. I'm gonna have a seat and everything. I want to put this TV where it's like right there, where it looks like you're actually driving. Use that Gran Turismo 7. Power it by my PS4. Uh, you might be interested in that. Unfortunately, I have no room in my game room for this. What I might have to do for that is I built a tavern on our property because I built a bar like years ago, and I don't have a basement here, so I needed like a man cave, I guess. So I built a separate building for my bar, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I could put this thing out in my bar. It might be fun, when I have some friends over and stuff, we're drinking, maybe play something like that. The other thing is, and some people might find this corny, but with my Wii, the only games that we ever play on the Wii, and we have a whole bunch of games, but when we have people over, I'll have to disconnect this and take it out into our living room, and we'll play like Wii bowling. We'll have like little tournaments and do shots and stuff like that. But I want to make something called, and again, it might sound corny, but a Wii on wheels. And I could spell wheels with WII. Like, I don't know. It'll be a box. It'll have wheels on it, and it'll have two doors to open. Whoa. And there will be the TV. The Wii will be mounted in there. The sensor will be mounted in there, and on the doors it'll have a place to hang the remotes and stuff. And I could wheel that thing outside. I can take it out on the deck. I think it would be pretty cool. It would be a cool little party thing when you have a bunch of people over. And, like I've said, I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's not often that we have a lot of people out here. It's usually, most of the time special occasions, but, me and the wife like doing the bowling thing. So once in a while, if we're sitting out on the front deck drinking a few beers, or in her case, some mixed drink cocktails, I could just wheel that thing out there, and we can mess around, play a little bit of bowling. So let me know if you guys would be interested in watching any videos of me building either one of those, or even the shelves. Just let me know. But the other thing was, I would like to know if you guys run into this problem as well, where you just keep buying and buying and buying, and you don't even think. You're like, where am I going to put all this stuff? I would love to hear your stories. Let me know in the comment section. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.